Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful week. Here I am again with my journal and my coffee and my favorite mug. And I finished the months for the rest of the quarter. I'm very excited for the rest of this year. And I have a better view now of my journal. This is how I did my July setup with 2 pages, one for the days of the week and one for events. See, I've put 2 events in here so far. I had the kids' checkup, and then I am planning to go over to my in-laws later in this weekend. And for the big letters for July and for the events and the days of the week, I used this 1.1 stub nib, my TWISBI Diamond Mini, my favorite. If I could, I would get this in a fine nib, but I cannot find it because it's sold out everywhere. I need to put myself on a restock notification for that one because it is my favorite pen. This is another one of my favorites. This is my TWISBI ECO in the Cafe and Bronze. This one is in a medium nib, and it has the Sherwood Green ink in it. I use that one for the days of the week and to do some of my writing in here. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, I'm just showing you what I'm doing here. My events that I have. And then in these next few pages, I put my goals for July, which were children. Again, that one I used my Diamond Mini, my TWISBI Diamond Mini. And then for the borders, I used the Cafe and Bronze in medium and Sherwood Green. And then to write everything out, I used my TWISBI ECO creme with a gold trim, and the ink I have inside is one that I just created. One day maybe I'll share with you what it is. And then here I'm just showing you the 2 different nib sizes. The one that I have in cream is fine nib, and I just realized that that is my favorite pen nib, my fountain pen nib size to use with these TWISBI Ecos. And these TWISBI Ecos are my favorite. Aside from the Diamond Mini, which is just at this point just out of reach, I guess. I really love the TWISBI Ecos, and they recently came out with a new one. Wait. This is the fluorite with bronze trim. It is so absolutely beautiful. It's this purple, and it has all kinds of different colors in it, and I am in love with it. Unfortunately, they are sold out. The only size left I found was broad and the 1.1 stub nib, which I like those sizes too, but I'm looking for it in the fine point because I'm looking for another daily writer, and potentially I want to find a beautiful purple ink, so I'm on the hunt for that as well. But for now, this is my favorite pen to write my daily writing. And that's what I used to fill in all my goals for July. And right here, I'm just checking off the things that I've done. I took the kids to their checkup. I went to figure out if they can get the scratches out of my son's glasses. We just had a wild vacation, and we needed to get all the scratches fixed. So fortunately, I had a warranty, so we could get that fixed. Right here, I am highlighting this because I really need to check out the gym, and I need to write down like really well what I'm eating. I noticed that I've been eating way too much sodium. That cannot be good for my kidneys long term, and it seems to be a habit of mine to eat a lot of sodium. So that's something that I really need to focus on this month, and I'm going to work on it. Right here, I am just checking off that I did my nails. I actually do my own nails, and I need to make sure that I fill them at the appropriate time. So I'm going to write it down in my events because it takes me about 2, sometimes 3 hours to do a fill on my own nails. Since I do it myself, I have to use the light differently than they would in the salon because my hands are always busy. I don't have a free hand to work on the other one while it's in the light. So anyway, I'm just going to write it here. Since it's not this Sunday, but next Sunday, I'm going to leave a little bit of space so that I can fill in an event in between that if necessary. So that's what I'm doing here. Again, I'm using my TWISBI Diamond for the date and my TWISBI ECO for that You see my nails here. This is my favorite color. And I forgot my rings. I gotta put my rings back on. I was washing cast iron pots last night, so I didn't want to mess up my rings. Anyway, we're gonna go over to my goals for July page. And here I am looking at, I gotta check off that I did my nails, my health and wellness. I really have to look into tracking what I eat. And I'm gonna mark off here that I did post a video, so I'm proud of myself for that. It was hard to get back on it. And I also did a short the same day. It wasn't that great, I'm sorry, but hopefully this one is better. I need to get a new microphone because my last microphone didn't even work. Something was wrong with the receiver. I don't know if it had a bad battery or something, but I need to get a new one. And I need to get a new phone because I have almost maxed out my storage. In fact, I think I have maxed out my storage. I can barely use my phone because the operating system needs a little bit more RAM than is currently available. For my household chores, I need to get rid of this gray drawer that is super cluttered up, and I need to donate it or something. Let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a video on that. Right here I'm showing what I do. It's sort of along the lines of like Alistair's sort of weekly task list, but I'm just going to arrow over all of the tasks that I didn't do on Wednesday that I wanted to get done. So I'm just moving these along where I know that I'll do them. Today is Friday, so I'm hoping to get vacuuming done. Even now while I'm recording this, I did pick up a lot of things in my living room, so I'm ready to vacuum in there. So I'm just going to write that down, and I don't know what's going on with me. It's not the pen, it's just I don't know why that U didn't want to go in there. And honestly, I don't even know if that's how you spell vacuum. I probably spelled it wrong. But I have to vacuum the living room, and I have to clean up in the living room. Here I'm going to be putting in what I ate for breakfast this morning, or what I'm planning to make for breakfast today. But first I have to write what I had for dinner, which last night I was super tired, so we just had leftovers and snacks. It is rare that I do that. I have not been that tired in a very long time, so I just kind of maxed out my cleaning energy and everything yesterday. But today I am feeling refreshed. I'm journaling because that helps me to get my dopamine back. It's one of my self-care habits, which is why I journal. And I just got a new wet vac, so I think I'm going to be putting up a review on that. Maybe in my next video, we'll see. We'll see when I can get that up. But I did have the Tinico, and now I'm going to use the Robo Rock or something like that. Anyway, it's like top of the line, great reviews and stuff. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to unbox it and use it and let you know what I think about it. I did write here that I was going to review the Tinico because I also think that since I used it for almost 3 years, that I should also review the brand, I think. And here I'm finally writing down what I did have for breakfast this morning, because I need to track what I'm eating. And now you can see why I need to have a journal. My mind is kind of just always going here and there, and I need to have a place where I can look at it later and actually be able to think about it in an organized way. Here in Texas, we have H-E-B. I got to put in my H-E-B order so we can get freshies and sandwich stuff. And also, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news on this like really bad like diarrhea-inducing parasite that's going out there. It is horrible. So I am making sure that I wash every single one of my produce items with like soap and water and vinegar, because I don't know. I don't want to get it. It sounds awful. I don't want my kids to get it. It sounds like a stomach flu on steroids. So I am going to be ultra vigilant in getting my fresh vegetables and salads washed before I use them. Anyway, it's not all doom and gloom. So down here at the bottom, as you know, I have my gratitude section, and I have had such a crazy week that I have not had a chance to write every day. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write along the whole thing, the things that I've been grateful for this whole week, and get it all put together at the same time. I decided to doodle instead of do stickers this time because I just felt a creative surge, and I wrote or I drew a flower with a vine and a little heart. It looks kind of like a vintagey heart, which I love. If you want to support me in my journey of doing these videos, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. But please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.